T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now I'm going to be reviewing Transformers Studio Series number 14, Voyager Class Ironhide. Yes, he is a Voyager Class. Even though he doesn't really look like it too much next to this little tiny Bumblebee, he does. He looks the part. But he is not very much tall at all. Here is the Last Night's Bumblebee right there. And here is Studio Series Optimus right here. Optimus is taller, so that's the main thing with this line. They want the figures to be in scale with each other in robot mode. And that's about the height difference there was between these two. And as you can see, the mass of his body and whatnot is bigger or equal to Optimus. So it equals out, I guess. By the way, if you're new, here's the stuff that comes with him. He comes with this instruction booklet, the box, and this backdrop here from movie 1, the city attack right there. And of course, you can put them on it in both modes. All right, now let's get a little bit more up close. He looks good. His face is sculpted like, I guess it's sculpted in the movie where things are a little bit asymmetrical. This eye right here looks good, but over here, they put like a glob of paint. They put too much paint, so from a distance or not paying attention to it, it's alright, but it definitely looks weird in person because they put way too much paint there. But everything else, all the other details seem to be good. One thing I don't like is the way this is sculpted. That's flat right there, so they painted the inside silver, but over here, it's like going in some more, and I think it might even be hollow. So they didn't put any paint right there, so that is unfortunate. And they didn't paint any of these gray parts or these gray bits right there. I guess the budget could only put the silver paint where you see silver paint, which also wasn't on these toes. Now I do have a silver Sharpie, and I plan on going over the toes, but on the packaging, they do show these toes as being silver, and this is what his feet looks like. They had like toes going all the way around, even for the heels and whatnot. There is no like silver details on the legs, which is unfortunate. But overall, I think he looks good. And once I figured out how to transform him properly, because he's not transformed properly at all in the package, I liked him more. Like, these bits were moving all over the place, and he didn't have the arm range right here to do this without moving this out of whack. But I watched someone else's video who goes from car mode to robot mode, and then I realized, oh snap, all these things peg into place. And I guess I'm going to be doing both transformations in this video, because that's been the tradition with this studio series. So you see him, you got a good look, yada yada yada. Articulation. He can do this. Can't really look up and down too much. The arms have a lot of range. The way the joints work, it's weird. It gives them a butterfly joint. They go out, swivel. It's weird. It swivels underneath of the bicep, and the wrists even rotate, which is awesome. I wish it had a waist joint. The lack of the waist rotation is annoying. Its legs go out to there, kick forward, kick back, swivel right here, 90-degree bend right there, and the toes go up. Getting him into a decent pose is going to be awkward with the foot hanging up like that. So that's unfortunate. This, once I realized it curved down more, because it wasn't curved down at first, it was sticking straight out, it doesn't bug me as much. It kind of blends in, but when you're really staring at it, it bothers me. But yeah, he's decent. He's good. I feel like he's super close to being a masterpiece without being a masterpiece, to be honest. So that's cool. These come off. Took the guns off camera because they were driving me up the wall. They sit in there really well, so you won't have to ever take these. You won't have to ever worry about them falling off. But here's what the arms look like. And here's the back of the arm. It looks like that's a 5mm peg, but it's not. But it can be confusing because the arms actually work when you put them this way. So when you reverse them the other way, they still work. So that's cool. In fact, when you reverse them backward, they sit where they should sit. So it's all up to you on how you want them. But if you do it this way, he has the option of putting arms back like that, or you could rock them forward like this. Well, they're still in the right place, I guess. But yeah. Oh yeah, last thing to talk about, he can hold 5mm peg guns. So if you can get them in his hand, because he does have this thing right here on his forearm. So there you are with that. That's him as a robot. Transformation. Take the guns and put this one like this, angle this one like this. There's a little peg there that goes into the peg right there. Put that together, and that's what the instructions tell you. Okay, now we can start with this. We can untab these, bring that straight out to the side. Untab that, bring it straight out to the side. Go ahead and lower this down, which can bring this windshield out. Detach this and lift this head up like that, get that out of the way. And now these, they tab in. Well, let's go ahead and get the wheels untabbed. That was one thing that wasn't together in the packaging. Start bringing this forward, and we can wiggle this out. It actually tabs into a slot inside of his chest that you'll have a better chance at seeing when you actually get the story. Or maybe I'll have the lighting better so that you can see it, but this thing is very dark, as you can see. Alright, I think I can show you. There are little tabs right there, and there are holes right there. You need to rock this into that to get it into the right position. Now, you can go ahead and spread this out this way, push this in, and we need to basically, push these inside of here before you forget, on both sides. Lift this out like that, and the arms just rest right there for now, but we can kind of move these over this and tab it together. Swing these out to the side, bring the head forward like that, and we can lift these kind of up into this orientation right here. It'll make more sense when we bring the windshield up. But we can detach this, make the bumper come up to meet with that. Bring this up. Now we need to make this tab onto this screw right there. Kind of put this up. Get this into place and get this up tabbed into there. Some of this might move around while you're moving things. But get it tabbed up against there. The legs look like they would be difficult, but it's not really. You just basically untab that from the inside, bring that out that way. Bring this together right here while bringing that like that. Kind of like rotate this down while you're bringing this down at the same time. Rotate the wheels out to the side. Lift this stuff up. Like basically just get into that orientation. And then you can shut the doors, which will tab into the legs. And squeeze it. Give it a once over. Make sure you just keep squeezing everything. Make sure everything is tabbed together, and it's good. It's together. I like it. Only negatives is this weird gap right there. and the feet being visible and that right there. But it does roll smoothly, as you can see. And this right here, it has that little peg. You can actually groove that here and store the gun right there. There you go. Some people might complain that you can actually see his head in there and it's turned to the side. I don't know, maybe you can turn the head backwards. I don't think I tried that, but they don't tell you to do that in the instructions, so it is what it is. But you can actually detach this, and this is what I initially did. And it has its own little peg right here, where you peg that right there, and you peg this right here, and boom, there you are. I don't feel like transforming Optimus Prime, but he is, from what I've seen on other people's reviews, bigger than Optimus Prime in this mode, so that makes you feel like, yeah, maybe he is a Voyager class. But does he scale with these guys? I think he does actually scale with Bumblebee a little bit, but he does not scale with Ratchet and this guy right here. Yeah, he would be, this is a big truck, but he shouldn't be this much bigger than them. So they scale mostly together, like I said in all other reviews, better in robot mode. Reverse transformation is always easier, and that's why people do it that way. Other reviews do it that way, because it's easier. Open this up. Untap that. Bring this down a little bit. Open this up. Now we can flip the wheels in here and push into the peg. Push this down, push into the pegs. Now we can separate that while bringing this foot back. Bring that up and wrap this around and till it pegs. Where is it? There's a little peg. Well, mostly you got to make sure it's turned until it grooves into this slot right here. So there you go with that. Same stuff over here. Start lifting it here, bringing that down and swinging that up high enough till it can groove into there. There you go. Now we can slide this down. This was my problem. You have to actually slide that down. Slide it up into that little notch. Slide this down out of that notch. Get them out of the way. Lift this up. Push that down like that. Now we can start bending this down like this. Go ahead and bring this bumper down. Then we can unlatch the chest piece, or the front of the car. Unlatch that. Get that out of the way. Let's make sure that this is bent down. That's bent down to its fullest extent of being down. Bring this out. Lift the head out of the way. And now, like I showed you before, we need to get this little tab into this slot right here. So rock that until you get it in there. Like that. Until you get it in there. And you should be good to go. This will be sitting where it needs to be sitting. Move the arm down. Oh, actually, tab these wheels in. Push them until they tab into place. Get this head down and put this little peg into the little underneath of his neck. Bring the arms down like this, out of the way. Make sure that the circles or the holes are in the back of his arm. Now we can take this assembly, and this actually, where is it? This tab goes into this peg hole right there. So that goes up like that. Make sure that this is flat up against his spine. And now what we need to do is fold these over. This hole right there needs to grab onto this piece. And once I figured that out, that made this awesome, because when I didn't know that that tabbed into there, everything was loose and it was annoying. Plus I didn't know it tabbed up there, like I was saying. But once you do those two things, it'll hold the back into place. It'll hold these where they need to be. And he is really good to go. So, other than some of his lack of articulation, like not having ankle pivot, not having a waist joint, this is an awesome figure. Everything else that's you might find wrong with him, you have to chalk that up to the movie design, because this looks really good. Now, his back probably didn't look like this in the movie. I know it didn't actually look like that. Everything looked very humanoid organic in those movies, just with a car part here or there in the movies. So, but it's a good figure. Once you figure out how to transform it, like I said, if you're anything like me, you will like it more, because it represents what it's supposed to represent. It's not 100% perfect. Like I complained about the eye, and watching MGo's review, he had the same eye problem as me. If you like what you saw, don't hesitate to buy this. I really like it. Anyway, until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Thank you for watching. Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click